everyone, so I'm back again with another video. This time around I have part 2 of my updated PS3 game collection. Now in the previous part you saw all my collector's editions or special editions of games. And starting in this video I'm going to be looking at my just regular releases here. Starting with the letter A going through to D. This video is going to feature 25 games if I remember correctly. But all the remaining videos in this series are going to include just 20 games. Now the running theme with my PS3 game collection is either games that I have gotten because I want to play them but I haven't gone around playing them yet, or games I got simply because they were cheap and I should probably just pass them off onto someone else or trade them or sell them or whatever. But starting out with the first game here, Afro Samurai. Have not played this yet. I'm assuming it's kind of a hack and slash kind of game. I don't know if maybe it might play like some of the Ninja Gaiden games, like the later ones for the Xbox 360, or if it plays maybe like a Dynasty Warriors game. Not too certain about that, but if anybody has more information about that game, please just let me know in the comment section below. Next game is Alice Madness Returns. Again, a game that I've wanted to play for a long time, but just haven't gone around to playing it quite yet. Next are some Assassin's Creed games. No explanation needed. Assassin's Creed and Assassin's Creed Revelations. Next is Back to the Future of the game. It's the Telltale game. What I like about this is that it's a sort of continuation of what happens after the events of the Back to the Future movies, and I love the movie series, so when I saw this I knew that I had to have it. I'm almost certain it's also been released on the PS4 somewhat recently, but I haven't gotten that version of it yet. Next is Battleship. I think that might be, oh, it's definitely based on the movie. So yeah, it just has stupid segments where you're in the destroyers, I suppose, and then I just don't know what to really call them, the giant ships, and then other parts where you're on foot shooting at people in a first person, like a pretty generic first person shooter. Next is I think it's the Best of the PlayStation Network Collection Volume 1. Probably should have translated that a little bit better because it is in French. For whatever reason, this game was released in Canada with both the French cover on there and the English one, but not in the same packaging. Like, just some of them were French, some of them were English. Kind of weird, but it's a collection of halfway decent games in there. Some sort of rhythm games, some weird games like Tokyo Jungle, where you just have to get around it, and I think it's pretty much just avoid getting attacked by other bigger animals. It's like an apocalyptic future sort of situation. And also Fat Princess. I really wanted to get a physical copy of this game because it included Fat Princess on there. Next is Bionic Commando. Lots of people hate on this game, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's not that bad. But comparing it to other Bionic Commando games, definitely a disappointment. Next, BioShock. Description not necessary. BlazBlue Calamity Trigger. Halfway decent fighting game. Just what sucks about the BlazBlue series for me is basically their handheld ports are not so fun to actually play. Next is Book of Spells. I have not played this game. I simply got this because it had PlayStation Move and the PlayStation Camera with it, so I went ahead and grabbed that. Now I know there are some other sets that included the PlayStation Move stuff. I think there was a Little Big Planet set, but I wasn't aware of any of those at the time when I got this, and I just got the Book of Spells version of the PlayStation Move set. Next is Borderlands. Again, no description necessary. Next is a pretty generic shooter called Brink. Next is Brutal Legend. I really need to get into this game. I only just bought it, I want to say a few months ago, maybe 1 or 2, maybe 2.5 months ago, but I haven't gotten around to playing it yet, and it looks amazing, it looks epic, but I haven't found the time to quite play that yet. Next is Call of Duty Ghosts. Let's just skip that. Like, when I got this game, I seriously should have just traded it off right away. I actually got this when they were doing a special promotion at Best Buy and Future Shop, when Future Shop was still a thing. They had that if you trade in any current gen game at all, anything, you get Call of Duty Ghosts, Assassin's Creed Black Flag, or something else that I'm forgetting right now. I think with the Battlefield game that came out at the time, Battlefield 4. Either way, you would get them entirely free for trading in a current gen game. So what most people did at the time was trade in like NHL 2007 and get a brand new game that cost at the time $60 or so for free, and that was just ridiculous. So I should have just sold it off or traded it immediately. This was like a week after these games came out. They were doing this promotion. It was just ridiculous. Next is Castlevania Lords of Shadow. Not the biggest fan of the Lords of Shadow games. I think there's only just this one and then the sequel to it. But I mean, when you're not getting that much Castlevania anymore, especially now when pretty much Castlevania is almost dead, you gotta hold on to something at least. Next is Catherine. Now, this game has segments that I don't like and segments that I do like. The parts that I do like include the platforming. The parts that I don't like include all the interaction between the main character and his girlfriend, and then I suppose, his girl on the side as well. That stuff, not quite interested in it, but I do like the platforming of it. Definitely a game that you should check out. Next is a game that I got recently. I got this just last month when I went on a trip to Montreal. It's Cross Edge. And yeah, I can't really say much about this because I haven't played it yet, but I did want to get it specifically for some characters that are included in this game. Next game is Dark Sector. I have not played this. I think I got this game for maybe like $1 or $2 during the ridiculous sale that they were doing at EB Games during the last winter. I have no idea what happened, but just a whole bunch of games, they reduced them down to like $1 or $2 or $3. I think the most expensive stuff that they had from the reduced stuff was like $4.99, and it was usually like collector's editions or special editions. It was a crazy sale. Next game here is Demon's Souls. Pretty hard game, and good luck to whoever plays this game and the other ones in this series. Next is a game that I was happy that it was made, but sort of disappointed by the result. It's Digimon All-Star Rumble. I really wanted another Digimon Rumble game, and this is what we got. Now, I played this a lot during the first week or so after this game came out, and then immediately went on to never, ever play this game again. And that kind of sucks, but I mean, they made this game, and then afterwards we ended up getting Digimon Cyber Sleuth on the PS4 and the Vita. So, I mean, as long as Digimon games are still coming out in North America, I'm happy, even if they're terrible. Like this, I'm still happy that they're coming out. Next is a game that I recently got, Disgaea 3, Absence of Justice. Have not really gotten into the Disgaea series, even though I like this style of RPG. Strategy RPG is one of my favorite kinds of RPG, but again, the Disguise series, I haven't really gotten into it, and I'm trying my best to get into the Disguise series, but every so often there's something that just holds me back a little bit. Now the last 3 games I'm going to show you guys here, I'll just group them all together because they're all part of like the same franchise. There's Dragon Ball Raging Blast, Dragon Ball Raging Blast 2, and Dragon Ball Z Battle of Z. Now I don't quite remember if the fighting mechanics are different between the Raging Blast series and Battle of Z. Not too familiar. I've only ever played these games a couple of times, and that was probably going back a little bit over a year now. Battle of Z, I played it for maybe a couple of hours, so I can't really say if there's much of a difference between them in terms of just the fighting, but whenever Dragon Ball Z games sort of come by, I feel like I have to get them. I really liked watching Dragon Ball Z as a kid. Even to this day, really happy with Resurrection of F, how the movie turned out. And I do want to watch Dragon Ball Super, but I can't stand the Japanese voice acting for Goku, so I'm going to have to wait on that for a little bit longer. But I tried getting into Dragon Ball Z fighting games, and there are a couple that I do like every so often, especially this one that I picked up recently for the 3DS called Dragon Ball Z Extreme Budoden. It's a lot simpler of a fighting game. These ones, of course, you have to fly around in a sort of 3D arena. I shouldn't say sort of, it is a 3D arena. And just sometimes I just feel like I can't quite angle things right and my attacks just don't land. And it's kind of disappointing sometimes, but it's basically all on me because I suck at playing these games. But I do need to practice, of course, and maybe at that point I will like them a little bit better. But those are the last 3 games I wanted to show you guys in this video. As always, leave comments in the comment section below, anything you'd like to say, comments, questions, suggestions, ideas, anything at all, and I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Check out my Facebook, Twitter, and website. They're all linked in the description below. And also linked in the description below is a link to my 500 subscribers contest. Check that out as well if you like. And that's it. See ya.